Hello guys, it's Bart from Tops of Property. We are here today in Hull. We got Jason with us today. So Jason, tell us something about yourself, your experience, and where are we?
Okay, so we're in Anlaby Road in Hull, which is just near the hospital.
Yeah,
you can just see it just across there. So this is a HMO we did last year. We've recently finished it. I've been in property 3-4 years now.
But was that HMO? You converted that into HMO?
Yeah, this was an empty care home. The care home company had gone out of business, so it'd been empty for about a year. We bought it in December last year, and we've converted it over this year.
All right, and how long did that take you to convert that into the current 24 rooms?
24 rooms, and it took us approximately 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah, so everything went as planned. Nothing, no major hiccups or anything like that.
So it's large property. We're gonna go inside and show you what amenities are in there, because we got gym there, we got cinema there, cinema room, some office space,
co-working space,
space, some sitting areas, so many amenities. So let's have a look, guys. So we are on the ground floor. We can sit and relax on the comfy sofa there and have a chat. What's happening here? So, Jason, we are on the ground floor. Is there any bedrooms on the ground floor?
No, the ground floor is purely communal space. So,
can you mention some amenities? What's on the ground floor?
Yeah, sure. So basically, when we bought the property. Originally, it was a care home. There were some rooms on the ground floor.
All right.
But we are in a flood zone, and the ground floor is 50% below ground level. So we decided to make it purely communal space on the ground floor. So on the ground floor, we have a large kitchen. We have a laundry room. We have a gym, a cinema room,
plant rooms,
co-working office space, plant room. This room, which is what we call the quiet room. So this is just a room, comfy room people can sit. We've got another lounge with a pool table and so on. So it's all communal, and it's been designed to give people somewhere to mix. So everybody's not in their own rooms on their own. You know, during COVID, a lot of people were quite lonely because they couldn't go anywhere. Whereas in this property, it's more of a co-living property rather than a standard HMO.
Yeah. So we hear quite a lot now about co-living area, and that's basically what was your intention, I presume.
Yeah.
And regarding the managing 25 rooms, how difficult was it to fill in the rooms, and how what was the main issue with managing that amount of tenants under one roof?
Yeah, so we've actually filled the property fairly well. We've got a couple of rooms empty now. Most of, or a large portion of the tenants are from the hospital. So we've got surgeons and anaesthetists and various other medical staff, but we've also got prison officers, teachers, and a real varied type of tenant. So it was fairly easy to fill the rooms because it is the best property of its type in Hull. So we're not battling with lower end HMOs for tenants. We're taking the best ones into this property. So I think the biggest thing for us is dealing with 24 people in one property sharing amenities. It's the usual stuff that you hear about when you first start looking at HMOs. Who's used my tomato sauce, who's used my crockery.
So tell us, is it true or not?
It's 100% true. We run serviced accommodation as well. So coming into this, we wanted to give that sort of service to the tenants, which with hindsight probably wasn't the best approach, because you give people an inch, they take a mile, and the more you offer people in help, the more they expect that help. So for instance, some tenants have expected us to provide the bin bags for the rubbish bins, and and so it's not been really difficult, but it's been a good learning curve on how to deal with that many people in one property.
Yeah, especially we had a chat before. Your plans are that we would like to manage the tenants for someone else as well, because you're going to expand your lettings agency, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So we're actually in the process.
Good lesson, that was, isn't it?
Yeah, we're in the process of expanding the business. So, our business encompasses many different types of sort of property, service accommodation, commercial conversions, HMO management, and we're just setting up a lettings agency now. Yeah. So, that's obviously we manage this property already. Yeah. So we're going to be expanding that service to other landlords.
So you mentioned about your experience, and that was like few years. But you did some larger projects in last year, is it?
Yes.
What was it?
Commercial to residential? So last year we bought a property on George Street in the town centre, which was an old it's Brown's Books, known locally. It's been around for a long time. Grade 2 listed building, and we converted that to 13 apartments and 2 commercial units. So very similar specification to this property in terms of the Helios infrared heating and smart locks and all that, but it was 13 apartments, and then we sold those off.
Okay.
When we finished.
So you mentioned about infrared heating. So if we about that, can you tell us more about the specs? Like, what kind of heating do you use, and what kind of tanks do you use for 24 rooms, 24 bedrooms, all-ensuite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mention.
Yeah, sure. So basically, when we bought the building, we actually had 2 commercial gas boilers in. But what we wanted to do was future-proof it and take away some of the maintenance and running issues that you potentially can get. So we installed Helios infrared heating. So all the ceilings in every room have infrared heating in, so they heat objects from the ceiling down. Some of the benefits of that are there's no moving parts, nothing to go wrong. There's no maintenance. It's a comfortable heat. Doesn't encourage dust. You've got no water, no radiators to leak. So there's a lot of benefits to that. And of course, we have no gas safety checks. We have no carbon monoxide issues because we have no gas and so on. So a lot of benefits there. In terms of hot water, we use a 1,500 litre megaflow system.
I've seen that one.
It's a big tank. And alongside that, we have a static water tank with 2 pumps. So we have a fail-safe. The whole building is pressured as a pressured water system, and that feeds all 24 rooms with hot water. And we've had no issues with the amount of hot water in there. I think it's a 24 kilowatt heating element. Now, obviously, electricity is not the cheapest form of energy at the moment. We do expect this to change in the future when, the government's pushing electric over gas. So gas eventually will become more expensive and be phased out, hopefully. But what we've done to alleviate that is when we designed the project, we had a sum of money in the plan for a new electricity supply. We managed not to have to get a new electricity supply, but what we did do was spend that money on solar panels and battery storage.
Which you already...
So that's all installed, and what that obviously does is that takes away some of that extra cost of running on electricity.
Thank you.
The Helios electric system is very efficient anyway. In fact, the installers, the owners of Helios, installed it in some apartments and had a EPC A in those apartments. So it is a very efficient system.
I think it's worth to mention to have a infrared heating system, you need to have really well insulated property. That's the main thing.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. The insulation is very important.
Yeah.
For example, this is a conservatory, but we fitted a solid roof and we insulated that roof space because obviously there's a lot of glass in here.
Yeah.
Because you're throwing money down the drain if the heat's going out as well.
So we got that. So we're gonna walk through and see some special amenities you provide for the tenants, and then you tell us more if people using that or if people weren't using that, so our viewers can decide then in the future if they want to have gym in the HMO.
Yeah, sure, let's go on.
we are in the gym now.
Yeah.
Light switch on, is it?
Yes, yeah.
Sensor.
So what we've done with all the lighting is make it on sensors.
Yes.
Again, just to keep the costs down. So one of the biggest issues with HMOs are the running costs.
Yeah.
Because we do bills included, so that just helps keep it down. Yeah.
So we are in the gym. So are people using that or people don't use that? You tell us.
Yeah, absolutely. So quite often when I come, because I come to the property every week, quite often there's people using the gym and we see things moved around slightly. So, for definite people are using it. Yeah. It's not used all the time, as you wouldn't expect, because most of the tenants are at work during the day. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. It's a good addition when we've got the space to give people. And, gym membership, £35-40 a month.
Exactly.
This is all included in their rent.
So you also target different people, I presume.
Yes.
Higher, So what's your, like, when you speak about the tenants, what tenants would you like to have? I presume if hospital is there, that was the main target.
Yeah, I mean, all the tenants in here are working professionals, generally white-collar workers. Yeah. And they're attracted to this property because, one, it's got a high standard, but also the extra amenities that they get, all included within their rent. Yeah.
So we can go to the next one, that's the gym. And the next one, what is it?
Okay, so the next one is a co-working space.
Okay, let's go. So that's nice. I could rent that one out.
Yes. Yeah, so this is quite a simple room, but again, it was another good-sized room that we had to decide what to do with. Because we've got working professionals in here, we have teachers and so on.
We had COVID.
Exactly, yeah. So, people are not in their rooms with nowhere else to go. They can come and they can work in here. If they're studying, they can come and study in here. So it's a nice environment. It's quiet. It's away from everybody else. And it's all got a high-speed internet wherever they are in the property anyway. So, and we do get this room used as well. Not as much as I would have hoped. Yeah. But again, most people are at work during the day, so it may get used on an evening when.
But most people also work in hospital, so when they finish their work, they don't want to work anymore.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
They're not like business owners where you work 24 hours a day.
That's right. I mean, we have a teacher, for example, and he'll come and work in here quite often. He'll come and mark his books and that sort of thing. So, they've got a work environment, but they're at home. So.
Yeah. We can go to the next one then.
Okay.
I like the carpet. So it seems to me like commercial carpet, is it?
It is, yes.
Spaces?
Absolutely, yeah. So throughout the property, we've got Bermatex carpet. So it's very hard wearing. And we obviously keep some as spares if there's any spillages, so we can keep the quality as it should be. So this is the cinema room. So this is a really good room for tenants' interaction. Yeah, exactly. So quite often we'll get tenants who will buy a pay-per-view film or something like that, and they'll WhatsApp in. We have a WhatsApp group for all the tenants. They'll WhatsApp the other tenants and they'll all come down and they'll all come and watch a film.
Like cinema,
yeah, or football. I'm sure when the World Cup's on, this will be used heavily.
I will come here.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we've got a 75-inch TV there as well. So all the rooms have smart TVs in them. But obviously this is much larger. Yeah. The seats recline, so it's a real nice, comfy
area. And people
area.
Using that as well, isn't it?
They are, yes.
You said before they moved the armchairs.
That's right, yeah. They are using it, and it's a good place for them. And what we say to the tenants is, if they want to book it to have some friends around on an evening, they can book it, and they can have, they do that between themselves.
They can have a date.
That's absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's go to the next one. So, it's large kitchen, is it?
Yes, yeah. So this is one of 3 kitchens.
Okay.
So this is a double kitchen. We've got another double kitchen on the second floor.
Yeah.
And then we have another kitchen alongside that, a single kitchen. So, Each set of kitchen appliances can only be for 5 people maximum. So that's why we have 5 sets of kitchens.
Yeah. And who did the design for whole building? Did you design it? Or?
Yes, actually myself and my daughter sat down and came up with a design, certainly with the colour.
Yeah, I think SA, service accommodation background helps as well, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we also worked with a company to do the furnishings, so they came in and brought some of that design flair to it. You know, we're not designers, so they came in and did all the furnishings as well. So, and then we have a laundry room through that way, and then through this way. So this is another sort of lounge area. So we've got some nice comfy seating, pool table, which does get used as well. So that's good. Again, just more to encourage people to be together and not be on their own.
Extra.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have an on-site office as well. So you know we're on site quite a bit.
So it's so many amenities, and how you manage to fit that? How many square meters is it?
So on the ground floor, we've got about 300 square meters, maybe a little bit more because the conservatory is obviously an addition to that. So about 300 square meters.
Slightly larger. So we can have a chat now about the numbers, future plans.
Yep.
So how much you paid for the property?
Okay, so we paid 375,000 for the property. It was originally marketed around 500,000.
Okay. So was it on the market?
It was on the market, totally on the market. Yeah. We bought it through an agent we work with quite a lot. We agreed the sale subject to planning permission. So it is in an Article 4 area. It's obviously because of its size, we would need full planning permission anyway. We received planning permission, completed the sale in December last year. And then we started the strip out in December and completed it August, September times.
So we know you paid 375 for a building. How much you spent for refurb?
Refurb around 550. And then
that's including architect and all.
Yeah, all in. So including finance costs, we're just over £1 million.
Yeah. And what's the value?
Okay, so the GDV, Rick's valuation is 1.54 million.
Oh, well done then.
So, you know, cracking project, good result and good investment.
So in terms of rooms rent, how much tenants pay for each room? Are they all the same sizes?
No, they all vary. So we've got smaller rooms at 140 a week.
Okay.
Including bills, up to the larger rooms, which are 185 a week.
All right.
So
are they all single?
They're all single occupancy, but they're all double-sized rooms.
Okay, fair enough.
So a local authority with the planning permission would only allow us to have single occupancy in each room.
Okay.
And again, the HMO license is just for 24.
What's next? What's your plans?
Well,
are you going to have enough of managing projects, properties, and you're doing another business, or are you still in the game?
Well, call me crazy, but we've just agreed heads of terms on the next project, which is an office to HMO conversion. It's another Article 4 project, and that one's 32 rooms. 32 rooms, so all ensuite again. So standards will be very similar to this. So top end standards, slightly different demographic. So we're in student and blue collar area in that one. So we won't be working on the basis of hospital and medical staff, but it is right in the centre of the HMO area in Hull. So great spot, amazing looking building. Looking forward to getting started with it.
Yeah. What else? I know you're going to develop your lettings business as well. So is there anyone in particular you're looking for to work with you? Is it maybe people who wants to work as a letting agent, or landlords who has a portfolio in Hull and you can help them manage? What's your plans like?
You've almost read my mind.
All right.
So I mean, for me, you know, any landlords in Hull with HMOs, you know, we specialise in HMO management. So, you know, I'd love to have a chat with anybody who's in Hull or who has HMOs in Hull. But also within the lettings business, we have a franchise opportunity. So if anybody's looking to get into the lettings business but doesn't know how to, then happy to have a chat with them and we'll see if we can help them get their own business started. And that's countrywide.
Yeah.
So there's no geographical limits on that.
And when you're planning to pick up the keys for the other one?
Well, we've got to get planning permission, so we'll probably look in February time before planning comes through.
We might come back and have a...
Absolutely, yeah. We'll do it before and after.
Yeah.
Why not? Sounds good.
So thank you guys for watching us. We had Jason with us today. I think it's quite interesting project, 24-bedroom HMO with all the amenities we mentioned. So thank you for watching us. Happy investing. Thank you. See you. Bye.